Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we delve into the configurations of the theme sections that can stop in the header to make it more informative or focus on special offers, promotions, sales and more. To view the list of available header sections, press the Add Section button. Here you can see three sections: Announcement Bar, Custom Liquid and Ticket. You can add each section one by one and set it up as you need. Let's check how these settings work in practice. And we're going to start from the announcement bar. Let's configure it as on the demo vertical. Here it is. In the theme editor, we'll add the section and move it to the position above the header section. To display some information in the bar, add the announcement. We've already got it when adding the section. This block includes the text input field where you can paste your texts. We are going to add emojis and type a promotional text like this. We also would like to display a link button, so leave the text Learn More as is. You can change the button name to any you like. Then add the link URL to the page shipping and returns. If you wonder how to create pages, search for link to documentation and related video in the video description. Okay, when you're done with these settings, you can change the colors of all the elements in the bar, like background, text and button colors. You can add as many announcements as you need. And now we're going to add another announcement block. Thus, we need to press the button Add an Announcement and follow the same steps as before to configure the second announcement. We'll add the emoji with text, then add the link URL for the button and change the colors of the second announcement. And now you can admit changes in the announcement bar. To continue customizing the bar, press the announcement bar section. Here you can find the general settings to change the layout of all announcements you've added to the section. The width of the announcements can be adjusted to boxed, wide, or full screen. See how the width changes when using each of the listed options. When you decide on the length of the bar, choose the text size from the drop-down. I'm going to use each option from the list to demonstrate changes. Now you can see the big, normal, medium, and small sizes. We'll leave the small option. To get the same animation effect as in our demo, we are going to hit the checkbox slider. Decide in seconds how often one announcement changes the other on the slider timescale. Now we're done with all the settings in the corresponding section and blocks, and here's the result on the screen. If you need to paste your HTML code or HTML plus liquid code, you can use the custom liquid section. Add the section in the same way as the first one. We also want to move it under the announcement bar, so we drag and drop it to the right position. Although there aren't many settings in the section, it includes the custom liquid input field to paste your code and some options to change the layout. We're going to add a simple text line with the contact information as an example. Then adjust the top spacing and width settings in the layout. And this is what we have got. If we go to another demo tiles, you can notice the ticket section under the header. So the next step will be adding and configuring this section in the theme. To add the section, you're going to press Add Section in the header and choose the needed one. You can also move it above or below the header by hitting the dots button and dragging the section, but we'll leave it as it is now. Use the section settings to change the layout of the ticket. Here you can decide on the top spacing and choose the option you need. If you don't need spacing, use none. On the ticket time slider, decide the speed of the ticket in seconds from 3 to 30. I'll leave the default value for our demonstration. What next you can control in the layout subsection is the direction of the ticket. If it will slide from left to right or vice versa, we need to choose the direction to the right. Now let's continue with customizing the text. It can be changed to big, normal, medium or small. The small option fits well for our task. To link the text to another page, add an external link or choose a page from the source selector. Next, you can add your announcement text, something like mega sale special up to 30% off. If you need to display a separator between the text lines, you can use an image or icon. Let's check both options. We are going to use the image first and choose the related option in the drop-down, then add an image. To use an icon, choose the option Preset Icon and paste the icon name to the given field. You can use any custom icon that comes with the theme. In the color, you can find settings to change the color of the text and icon. We'll use another color for the icon. If you need to highlight the ticket, customize the background. You can use color or gradient. We're going to configure the gradient by using the CSS code. To disable the color line, you can choose the option Hide. If you're happy with all the changes you've done, save the settings. That's it. If you want to stay updated with the newest videos, press like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching and being with the Minion theme.